And let me actually start with number 1, which says 4 squared to the power of 3.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's a bunch of properties, and I'll try to show them over here on the right. There's properties of exponents that you have to know. And the first one here is when you have an exponent to another exponent, and that's what this is. You have an exponent to an exponent. You end up multiplying the exponents.
Mhm.
Okay, so this right here, because it's an exponent to an exponent, it becomes 4 to the power of 6, 2 times 3.
Yeah.
Now, do you know if your instructor wants you to go beyond this step?
She does, and like some of them, she does like more exponents and stuff. And my mom's sending you the picture.
Okay, great.
I'm sorry.
No problem. So 4 to the power of 6 is pretty large. It's 4,096. It's usually outside of what most instructors ask you to know, but that is something that could be asked. So,
Mhm.
all right. So let's take a look at number 2. I'm seeing it as 5 to the power of 3 to the power of 3. Is that correct?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So this is the exact same property we have here. It's an exponent to an exponent. It's an exponent to an exponent. And when you have that, you multiply the exponents.
Okay.
So this is 5 to what power? What power goes up here when you multiply these exponents?
3. Or 5 to the power of 9.
9. Yeah. And again, that's quite large. Sometimes, and I don't know if your instructor had you do this, sometimes they actually show you like, what does this mean? And it's 5 times 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 5. Did you see
Yeah,
that?
that's what she's doing. That's what she's like showing us.
Right. And then they can also say, well, what is this? And you're supposed to be able to go the other direction as well.
Yeah.
With it. Okay. So the single property that we're learning right now is when you have an exponent to an exponent. Okay. So the next question, it looks like it's a letter D to the power of 7 to the power of 6. Do you see that? Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Now, this is the case when you have an exponent to an exponent. You have an exponent to an exponent. It's just like this property up here. You're going to multiply the exponents. You're going to multiply n times m. You're going to multiply 7 times 6. So this is d to what power?
42.
42. You just multiply the exponents, okay? Now, there's a reason we write it this way, and that's because you'd have to write d times d times d, all the way out here. You'd have 42 of them.
Mm.
And the idea is like, oh, this is way better. This is way better to write it this way than to try and write it out all those.
Yeah.
Okay. Is number 4, is that an h to the power of 4?
It's h to the power of 4 with the 9 on the side of it.
Yeah. So number 4, we're doing real well here because we haven't encountered any sort of variations on these questions yet. So
the next one is a variation.
Yeah. So this one, you've got an exponent to an exponent. So it's h to what power?
36.
36. Very good. Okay. And that's our final answer. There's nothing more to do.
Quite simple right now, but those ones. But then when you like do the combinations and stuff.
Yeah. So like I'm kind of on the top of here. Is it 3 squared to the power? Okay. Let me try and write out what I think I see. I don't have bad eyesight or anything. I don't want you to think that about me. Not that it would matter, but these pictures gets really grainy. So this is what I'm seeing. Maybe that's a bracket. I don't know. Maybe that's a bracket. Is that right?
Yeah, it is right. That's what it is.
Okay. So we're going to do this in pieces. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do this part right here. Copy that. Oops. I guess I can't copy it. Huh. You still with me, Remy?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so like I know that there's a lot more going on here, but what is this part right here?
That's
What
like
is-
the same as what we were doing, so it would
exactly
be like 3 to the power 4.
right? And then if I bring these brackets down, okay, this is I don't remember we talked about this, but in math you tend to alternate brackets and parentheses.
Mm-hmm.
See how these are alternate brackets and parentheses. So you treat this like parentheses, I guess, just short. Okay. So is this any different than the previous problem? No, because you have an exponent to an exponent. What is an exponent to an exponent? You multiply the exponents.
Yeah.
So this is 3 to what power?
To 8.
8. Okay. Now, any idea what 3 to the power of 8 is?
3 to the power of 8 is oh my gosh.
You don't see this is one of those you don't need to know, but
24. It's 24 or oh my gosh, what the
no, it was that's the mistake. It's not 3 times 8. It's 3 times 3 times, and so on.
Yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah, I don't know that then. I don't know that.
Well, you're not supposed to, but you might want to ask your instructor. You might want to ask your instructor, hey, Mr. Instructor or Mrs. Instructor. I don't know what they are, but is this okay? And they'll probably say yes.
Yeah.
Because that
because I cooked that scate.
Oh my god. Yeah.
All right, ready to move on to number 6?
Yeah, I am.
Great. Okay, so if number 6 is 5 squared bracket 2.
So first you take the 5 2 and then you do that like normally. So
Yeah,
you have
and so what does this become?
5 over 4, well, not 5 over 4, but 5 and 4 with the brackets.
So we got to get the right language in here. It's 5 to the power
of 4.
of 4.
Okay.
Okay. All right, and then now we bring these brackets down.
Yeah.
So it's 5 to the power of
4 with the 2 on it over whatever.
right, but you can do this. You can evaluate 4 and 2. It's an exponent to an
Oh,
exponent.
so 5 over 8.
5 to the power of 8.
Power of 8. Yeah, I keep forgetting that.
So there's a let me see if I can find this real quick. Okay, so I can't find it real quick, but I really want to emphasize, like, I'm not trying to be a hard person about like the language that you're seeing here. It's
no,
just
I
that
get it. My teacher like gets mad too if I.
no, well, I'm not mad here. I want it's like effective communication. When you say things in a way that isn't quite what's meant by them, it creates confusion. And that's all I'm trying to address here is that, hey, this might be something to really just try to do your best tonight to
Learn them.
to learn the best. Okay. So we're up to,
Can I try one after like next?
yeah, I think that would be great. So let me give you one just like this. And see, this is key for you is we have to do problems that are just very incrementally, harder. So 3 to the 4th squared bracket to the power of 5.
Oh, no, that's 3. Or no, we've always been doing 3. Okay, never mind.
Yep, you've been doing these. So you can do this.
Is it 3 to the power of 40?
Yeah, so the shortcut here is that you actually can just multiply these numbers.
Yeah, that's what I just realized.
Yes. Okay. All right. So I've got the questions here. There we go. Okay. So is that good enough? Can we actually this is not 7. This is just an example I made up. Okay. We can move to 7 now.
Okay.
7 is different, and 7 is this first kind of problem where I think, this is where you've really got to kind of refocus here. Believe it or not, 5 has an exponent of 1.
Okay.
Did you see that in class?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a property over here that says if you have x times y to the power of n, this becomes x to the n times y to the n. And here's why. There's really a 1 there. So you give this n to that, so it becomes x 1 times n.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's really a 1 there with the y. So you have 1 times n. And that becomes x to the n, y to the n. So in short, you take this exponent and you multiply it by both of these exponents. And the problem is most students don't remember that there's a 1 there. So they either do something else besides that. But what is 1 times 4?
4.
So this is 5 to the power 4, j to the power of 6 times 4, which is 24.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave that example up, okay, and I'm gonna give you one just like it, except with different numbers.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. All right. I'm keeping this example up. I want you to try this on your own. Again, you just multiply each of the exponents.
Got it.
The exponent of 5 is 1. Is 1.
Okay, so 5 to the power of 3 times 6, right?
What did we do in this previous problem? 5 to the power of 1 became
5/4.
5 to the power of 4.
Oh, yeah, 5 to the power of 4.
Okay. Why? Why did it become that? Because 1 times 4 is
4. Oh, I see. Okay, got it. So it's 5 to the power of 6, and then you do 6 times 3 is
Okay.
18.
it's 18.
18.
Okay, let's try another one here.
5 to the power of 18. Okay, so you do that when you do not have like a number like next to the 5 or whatever number. Like when you don't have like a number next to the prime number, like the big number.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I got it now.
Okay, let's try another one. Let's say it's 3 times x to the 4th to the power of 5.
Okay. So 3. Is it 3 to the power of 20?
No. What did we do in the previous problem? This is what you've got to look at the previous problem. What did you do? You did this. How did you get 6
I made
here?
the one, and I got 3 to the power of 5, and then did 5 times 4.
I'm asking about the previous problem now. That's like everything in the previous problem applies to this one.
So you turned the 5 into the you got the 1.
Okay, so let's do that down here. Let's put a 1 down there. Okay. So you have 5 to the 1, now you have 3 to the 1. Why did this become a 6 down up here?
Because you timesed it, you multiplied it by the other number on the.
What? But you got to be more specific. And I think that's what the issue is. You're not being specific enough. Which number?
Well, to the 6.
1 and 6 multiply to give you 6.
Yes.
Okay. So here you've got a 1 and 5. So what do they multiply?
To 5.
Okay. Now, do you see how 3 to the 5th came about?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I think we talked about this last week, is like maybe you wrote the right thing, but you said the wrong thing to me so that I didn't understand that it was the right answer.
Yeah.
X goes to what exponent?
5.
Okay, so let's go back to this previous problem. What did we write here for an exponent to j?
5. It would be 3 for our thing, right?
What did we write? What am I like? Hopefully you can see this on your screen. What am
Yeah,
I?
I can see it.
What am I? I'm trying to help you out here. I'm pointing to the answer. What did we write in the previous line? We wrote 18.
18.
Why? What did we do with those numbers?
We multiplied it.
Okay, so what should you do here with these two numbers?
Multiply it.
Yes.
So 3 to the power of 20.
No,
Well, okay, so I got that exact thing and I wrote it like that, but I said it wrong then.
okay, okay, so let's try it. So this is 3 to the power of 5 times
20.
x to the power of 20.
Oh, yeah, I wrote that down like that.
Okay, so I'm
everything.
I'm really glad you wrote that down.
I just don't know how to say it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to help you out here with. It's 3, and then to the power of means exponent of 5 times x to the power of 20.
Yeah.
You can also shorten this up and just say 3 to the 5th times x to the 20th. Okay, so let's try it differently this time. I'm going to give you another example like this, and I'm gonna let you figure it out, but I'm going to write down the correct answer, and you're going to tell me if it's what you have as well. So let's go 2 times y to the 3rd to the 6th power.
Okay.
So write down the answer whenever you get there, and see what you can come up with.
Okay, so I got
No. Let me write it. Let me write it here, and then you tell me if this is exactly what you wrote, roughly. I mean, put the numbers in the right place.
Yeah.
Is that what you wrote?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is 2 to the 6th
6th,
times y to the 18th.
18th. Yep, that's what I wrote.
Great. Okay. So I believe you understand this. So
Yeah,
let's go back.
I understand it's just the wording, it just throws me off.
Yeah, I'm not really a stickler for that, except I now know something about you that will help here for the next problem. So 8 is a lot like the one we just did.
Hmm.
So I'd like you to try that one now. 11 c to the 4th, all to the power of 3.
Okay. Can I try to word it this time?
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna say 11 to the 4th power times the 12th.
So that's what I heard. Is that what you wrote?
Yes, I did write that.
Okay. So notice in the previous problem, you had a number to a number and then a letter to a number.
Yeah.
Do you see anything wrong with what is here then? Like you're for
Uh,
sure missing the letter.
The C or whatever. Yeah.
Okay. So let's try this from the beginning here. What is the exponent above 11?
1.
1. What is the exponent above 2 up here?
2 up there. 1.
How did we get this 6?
Multiplied by 1.
Multiplied 1 times 6.
Yes.
So what should you multiply this 1 by here?
3.
So you said 4th. I'm not sure where that
Oh,
came
I
from.
said I said 4th.
Yes.
11. Oh shoot. Yeah, I meant. Oh yeah, I wrote down 3. I wish this was an in person so I could like show you.
Yeah, and that's okay. So I'm not worried about the wording as much as I'm worried about you, like because
I like physically wrote it down.
did
like,
you write
right.
this?
Yes, I wrote that.
So
Yeah.
you know how to do this. Okay, all right.
Like in a test, I would like get that right, but like for some reason when I'm like talking, I just like I don't
Okay.
know why I get all mixed up.
Well, I don't want to focus on the wording anymore because it's not important for your learning at this point. It's important that I'll write down the correct answer and you tell me if you got it right or wrong. And if it's wrong, I'll try to explain what's wrong about it or go through it. So, all right, let's go to number 9. 9 is this is one of the ones that was hard to see. It's 6 6a squared b to the 6th all cubed. Okay, so I wrote this property up here, which is that like if you have anything to an exponent, you apply the exponent to each of them. You do the same thing here. But let's just say it's x times y times z to the power of n. You feed this n to that one, and to that one. So it's x to the n times y to the n times z to the n.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the same thing here. What is the exponent of 6?
The exponent of 6 is 6.
No, what is the exponent? The exponent. What am I pointing at? I'm always pointing at
Oh,
I'm-
1.
1. So we're going to multiply 1 and 3. So that's 6 to the power of 3. Then 2 times 3. So that's a to the power of,
6.
and then 6 times 3, that's b to the power of
18.
18.
Yeah.
Now, this is our opportunity to see if you truly understood this here. I'm going to give you this problem here, and I want you to write down the correct answer. Then I'm going to write down the correct answer, and hopefully we write down the same thing. It's just like the previous one, but with different numbers. So give yourself, a little bit of time here and see if you can get it.
Okay. Did you? I got.
Let me write it out. Let me write it out. Okay. Is this what you wrote?
Oh no.
Okay. Which did you write this to?
Yeah, I wrote the 2.
Did you write a 6?
And the 30, and then at the end in the 66, I kind of got confused on what to do. Again.
So how did I get 30? I
I got
multiply,
30 from 5 times 6.
and then you got to multiply that one as well.
Yeah.
So you just do the same thing over and over again. We're reinforcing these concepts by doing a lot of practice. Let's do another one here. Let's do 3 x to the 4th,
How do you get the n in the 66? You do the
11 times 6.
Oh, I didn't see that 11. Oh my gosh. Dude, I'm like blind. Okay.
Well, I'm not, I don't think you're blind. I mean, let's try this one here. Let's try this one. This one's just like the previous one, except it's different numbers. It's the same set of steps. Give it a try. See if you can do it on your own here.
Okay. And then wait, you do the wait, hold up. You do the 4 times okay, yeah. Okay.
You multiply every exponent by the one on the outside. So let me know when you feel like you've got your final answer, and then I'll write down the correct answer, and you can tell me if that's what you got.
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, so the correct final answer is 3 to the power of 7. So 3 with a 7 up there.
Yeah.
X to the 28th,
Yeah.
Y to the 56.
Yep, that's what I got.
All right, let's do one more.
Okay.
Let's do 2 x to the 10, y to the 3rd, to the I don't know, 15 power. Let's do that.
Two, 15. 2 times 10 is 20. 20x.
Let me know when you get your final answer there, and
Yeah, I got you.
we'll compare.
Okay, I got my final answer.
All right, 2 to the power of 15, x to the power of 150, y to the power of 45.
Oh, I got all of that right except for the 2 to the power, well, the x and the 150, because I just realized you do the 15 times the 10, right?
That's right. Each time we've been
I don't
doing
know
this.
why I was thinking not to do it that time, but then I did the 45 for some reason. Okay. Yeah, I got it now. Let me do another one. I got it.
Absolutely. Let's get another one here going. All right, let's go 4x to the 4th, y to the 4th, to the power of 3.
Times 3. Okay, got it.
Okay, so 4 to the power of 3, x to the power of 12, y to the power of 12.
Yeah, got it. That's what I got. Yeah, that's what I got.
Great. Okay, so now before we go on to 11 and 12, I want to just redo the ones from the earlier. Not
Right.
let's. I want you to see if you remember how to do these. So let's say it's 2 cubed to the power of 6. What does this equal? And just write down your answer, and then I'll write mine down.
Good. 2 to the power of 18.
Perfect. Okay. Now let's say it's 4 squared cubed to the 5th power.
Yeah. Okay. Shoot. 4 to the power of 30.
That's right. Okay, let's do one more here. Let's do 6y squared to the power of 3.
Okay. Um. Okay, so you do 6 times 3. No, I got it here. I'm like going blank. Yeah.
What is the exponent of 6? Make
6
sure.
and 6, well, 6y6, like,
So what's the exponent of 6 from the beginning?
1. Put the 1 over, and then you
Right. So this, so you multiply these. Okay.
6.
And then you multiply these.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So I think you were going to say, I think you either said the wrong thing. I don't know if you wrote down the wrong thing though. That's where I'm not sure. So let me give you another one like this. Go ahead.
Okay, I wrote down like the 6 with the 6, and like the dot and the y and stuff like that.
Okay. So see if you can do that one.
Is that a z?
Yes.
Good. Okay, can you put like what you got? Because like I don't know
Absolutely.
how to.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Is this what you got?
Yep, that's what I got.
Great. So now let's get back to the problems that we were just working on and see if you can do an example just like it. So we had like 6x squared y cubed to the power of 4.
Mm-hmm. Okay. 6 to the 4th. Okay, can you write down what you put? I really need to know
Absolutely,
how to.
absolutely. Yeah, and that's fine that you're asking me, and you're right, that's one of the disadvantages of this, but
Yep, got that.
great. Okay,
Yeah, this
So-
is good. This is clicking.
all right, so we're gonna do number 11 now. All right, and it's really similar to what we just did, except now there's this pesky negative right here. So I want you to ignore it for the moment. I want you to do this problem, 3w cubed z to the 8th to the 5th power. And notice it's just like the one you just did up here. So I want you to do this on the right, and then we'll talk about what to do with that negative.
Okay. So you you do like the same thing but with the negative and
No, I'm telling you to ignore the negative. I'm saying
oh, you
focus
want
your
me to
attention.
solve it?
I'm saying do this on the right here, and then
Oh,
we'll
okay.
talk about what to do with the negative. But do this one on the right. It's the exact same thing. It's just without the negative, because you don't know how to do that. So don't do it. Do what you do know how to do.
Okay. Okay, I got the answer for that one.
Okay, so I'm gonna write it down over here on the right. 3 to the 5th, w to the 15th, z to the 40th.
Yep.
Okay. Now, to deal with this negative, we got to go off to the side here a little bit. And I'm gonna write odd and even.
Okay.
Okay. What is -1 times -1?
-2.
+1.
Oh yeah.
Okay. What is -1 times -1 times -1? So on the left here, -1 times -1, we know that that is 1.
1.
So 1 times -1 is -1. -1 times -1 times -1 times -1. So
Yeah.
this grouping right here is +1, and this grouping right here is +1. What is 1 times 1?
1.
Okay. -1 times -1 times -1 times -1 times -1. Can you guess what this will be?
That would be 1
-1.
or -1.
So this isn't clear. This is not clear at all. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, it's not.
Okay. All right. Okay, let's try it differently. Okay, do you agree that -1 times -1 is 1? Can we start with that?
Yeah, I could get that.
Okay, so -1 times -1 times -1. If we take these first two, what do these first two equal? And we have the answer right there.
You get 1.
1, and then it's times -1. 1 times -1 is,
-1.
okay. Now let's keep going here. -1 times -1 times -1 times -1. So these two make 1, and these two make 1.
Mhm.
Now let's try it again. -1 times -1 times -1 times -1 times
Is
-1.
-1. I mean, it's
Okay.
+1.
Well, you said the right answer first because this is 1, this is
Oh,
1.
yeah, there, and then that's the one that makes a negative. That's what I was thinking, and then I like said it, and then for some reason I wanted to switch my mind.
Okay, so notice you have 2 here. You have 3 here, 4 here, and 5 here.
Mm-hmm.
When it's even, the answer is positive. When it's odd, the answer is
Negative.
negative. So the short of this is, when you have a negative number to an even power, this becomes positive. An example would be like -1 to the power of 456. Is 456 even?
456 is not even. Yeah. No, it's not.
It is.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, I'm always kind of leading you like towards the right answer. I'm not, there's no like trickery here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so maybe it's not clear what an even or odd number is.
Yeah, it's. Well, it is, but like just with the 5, it kind of threw me off.
You always look at the ones digit.
Oh,
If the
okay.
ones
Yeah,
digit ends in
I
0,
know.
2.
I know even and odd. I don't know. Just the 5 threw me off.
So I'll just write it out here, just because I have the time here to do that for you. If the ones digit ends in 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, it's even. If the ones digit ends in 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9, it's odd. So any number to an even power always becomes positive.
Yeah.
Okay. A negative number to an odd power always becomes negative.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's assume you actually, you got that, you digested it. Let's go back to your problem. -3 is being raised to what power?
5.
Is 5 odd or even?
Odd.
Odd. So the answer is negative.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
I know we sidetracked, we deviated off to the side, but you do the original problem without the negative, and then you come back and look and decide whether it's positive or negative.
Okay.
So we're going to do another example, but it's going to be the same. It's going to be the same sort of thing. It's going to be like, let's do it without the negative, and then we'll deal with the negative.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got -5, r to the 4th, s to the 12th to the power of 4. And I'm telling you, Remy, I'm saying, don't do this one. Do 5, r to the 4th, s to the 12th,
Then just add it later.
and we'll deal with the negative at the end.
Okay.
So do this on the right, please, and write down your correct final answer, and then I'll write down the answer that is correct. You can compare.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, 5 to the 4th,
Yep.
r to the 16th, s to the 48.
Yep.
Now, -5, is it being raised to an odd or an even power?
Even. So it is positive.
So it's positive. You don't write positive, but you can if you want. It's totally right.
Okay, yeah, I get this. Let me do another one, but yeah.
Okay. So if you understood that, this is on your guided practice. I don't know
Yeah.
if you need to do that, but I'm just gonna grab that question because it's one like this. I want you to do this all on your own.
Okay.
Okay. And let me know when you get your final answer, and then I'll kind of step in here and write my final answer.
All right. Sounds good. Okay, it's a positive.
Let me write it down. Let me write it. I know you want to tell me the right answer, but we had some confusion earlier with that,
Yeah.
and I don't want to.
to.
Is this what you wrote?
Yes, I did, and it's positive.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Do you need to do question 13 on the independent practice?
No, that's not my homework or anything. It's just a worksheet.
Okay. What else are you doing in class?
In like math class.
Yeah. Like, is there something else you can send, or
That's it really. I don't have any more.
I mean, I haven't seen you in at least a week. I mean, what else have you been working on?
Well, we finished up the thing we were doing with like the graphing and all that, and I took a test on it, and I think I did really well actually.
And
So-
and then you just started a new chapter or
And
something.
we just started a new subject, and this is what it is. And we just started it we started it Friday when we took the test Thursday. So yeah.
Okay, well, let's do some more practice, and then maybe we'll introduce a new exponent rule, because you really just need a little more practice here.
Yeah.
All right, what is -3 x to the 3rd to the power of 4?
Wait, -3x power. Okay.
So give that a try.
Positive 33 to 36 or is it the same? Oh, it's the same thing, isn't it? It's just I like. Oh my gosh, I did 3 times 3, and then that times 4.
Well, don't do that and try this
Yeah.
again.
Okay. I
Give
don't know
yourself
why
another
I'm
chance. And
confused.
like when you're done boxing your answer and then say, okay, I'm done. I'll write it down.
Okay,
That way.
so 3 to the power of 4. I mean 12, and it's positive.
Okay. So again, like I'm gonna write the correct answer and you just tell me if that's what you wrote.
Okay.
Is that what you wrote?
Yes, and it's positive.
Yes, it is. Okay, because you actually said something different, but that is totally correct. So it's great. Math really isn't verbal, so we're not gonna have an
Yeah.
issue here. 4x.
Yeah, it's all
Y
really. I'm like
eighth.
confused now.
Okay, so try this one, please.
Okay.
This one's different. This is the synthesis we're doing, or I'm sorry, yeah, we're doing a mixture of all the problems.
Okay. Okay, I got the answer.
All right, so here is the correct answer.
Yep, that's what I
Is
got.
that what you wrote?
The negative.
All right. All right, let's try another one here. Negative 5xy to the power of 556.
Okay, to 556. Okay.
So let me know when you're done.
Oh, is it just 5 to the power of 556?
Okay. And then x to the power of 556.
Yeah, same
And then
thing.
y to the power of 556.
Yeah, it's all the same.
Is that what you got?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna learn a new exponent property. This is called this is the product rule.
Okay.
Actually, let's not even give it a name. It doesn't give a name. What is 4 times 8?
4 times 8 is oh my gosh, 24.
I'm writing the correct answer. You don't like I
I mean
never.
30, 32.
Okay. So 4 is really 2 squared and 8 is really 2 cubed.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you have the same base, you add the exponents.
Mm-hmm.
So you add those. So this is 2 to the power of 5.
Yes.
And 2 to the power of 5 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. What is 2 times 2? 4.
It's 4.
What is 2 times 2? 4. What is 4 times 4 times 2? It's 16 times 2, which equals
20 or 32.
32. Okay, so here's your property. Your property is x to the n times x to the m equals x to the n plus m.
Mm-hmm.
And let me type out what it says. When the bases are the same and multiplying, add the exponents.
Okay.
So you almost like usually this works for most students. This may not work for you. Is the words, like the words usually mean more than the visual. Maybe the visual is what you need. So if I ask you what is 3 to the power of 4 times 3 to the power of 2, because the bases are the same, you add the exponents.
Okay.
Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
It's not 2 times 4, it's 4 plus 2.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try another one here. Let's say it's 7 squared times 7 to the 5th. It's 7 to the power of 2 plus 5, which is 7.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You follow that?
Yeah, I follow.
Okay, now you try one. 8 to the 5th times 8 to the 4th.
It equals 9.
Nope, don't tell me. Just write
Oh.
it down and then I'll write the correct answer.
Okay.
Is this what you wrote?
No, I got the top one and then oh, I see now. Okay, yeah, I was just kind of confused on it, but I
Let's
see the
Let's try another one here. 3 to the 8th times 3 to the power of 2. What does this become?
okay, I got it.
Is this what you wrote?
Yes, I did.
Because you add the exponents.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay. What if it's 4 to the 5th times 4 to the 7th? What does that equal?
Okay, I got it.
Is that what you wrote?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Now let's try it with a letter. Let's say it's x to the 5th times x to the 3rd.
It's just like simple addition, except there's just like you don't add the 4 on the 4.
Right. Okay. Probably can stop here. I think we got through everything you wanted to do tonight.
Yeah, I did. I definitely did.
Do you feel tired math wise?
Yeah.
Did you get your math workout in today? Great.
Yeah, it helps me a lot. Like I've been getting like way better grades and everything in math.
Yeah.
I've been
So
struggling with-
try to apply what we're talking about. Like if you're in the classroom, I know if your teacher calls on you, maybe talk to him or say like, yeah, Mr. Instructor, could I just hold up what my answer is? I'm not good at saying it. I'm not shy or anything. I say the wrong things, and maybe you guys can work something out where you can show him instead of telling him or her.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, sounds good.
Well, thanks for booking. Thank you to your mom, and I'll see you next time.
All right. Well, see you.
Have a good night. Bye now.